Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take a resonance and leave the rest for someone else. Okay? All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Remember that tarot is a tool, is not a final rule. So it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel. On key or off key, and you want to see what's up. Today, collective, we're starting off. It says, with this oracle card here, it says, a witch knows walking away from conflict is often a greater display of magical power. Collective, a witch knows walking away from conflict is a great example of magical power. So often, people feel and think that, noise is more powerful than silence, but actually that is not the truth. And so there are people who are instant reactionaries. They allow everything to get their attention. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to be mad. There's nothing wrong with that. Never ignore or disregard how you feel. To feel is to heal, as we always say, but there are times when you must make the executive decision of whether you should entangle with the clown, entangle with the goofy, or should you walk away. Because if you give a clown an audience, they will perform. Doesn't matter who they are or what the location is. It's better to have one-on-one communication, collective, and get a better response than when you have a conversation around people. You will get a different reaction and response each and every time. It'll never fail you. And so clearly that card is saying that your power is in how you respond, even to foolishness. There are, people who have been unalived from not being able to walk away. There are people who have caught cases from not being able to walk away. There are people who are still paying restitution, or caught a case or have a record because they refuse to walk away. Everyone is very concerned, not everyone, but there's a large portion of people, sometimes who are concerned with how people look at them, how they are viewed. As I usually say, everybody want to be with the cool kids, but there comes a time in life when you have to make that executive decision to be wise and recognize that it is smarter, to return home safely to your family rather than get yourself in a situation that you will live to regret or that has you in some kind of financial clutch that you could have avoided had you not been overly concerned with the opinions of others. Because when you get involved in mishaps or any kind of trouble in life, those people whom you are concerned with their opinions of you will not be present to help you pay restitution, to come and visit you, okay? Or if some misfortune happens, you do something where someone is deleted, okay, or eliminated, so it is very important, to not allow words to affect you. Words are powerful. Words are spelling. But it is very important, before a word was a word, it was a letter, it was the alphabet. So next time somebody say something foolish to you, I want you to say, oh, it's just letters. I ain't tripping. I want you to keep on moving. It's not worth the conflict. Who cares about what people think? You cannot live your life based on that, because if you do, you'll find yourself in constant friction and upheaval. So you have to learn how to control your temperament. Words are nothing. Don't allow people to trigger you. So this reading is for some people Pacific, because a true one, a wise witch knows that the magical power is in walking away. It's very powerful. It's extremely powerful. Not only does it assist you in maintaining your frequency, but it leaves the other person with their energy. So therefore, there's no energy swapping. Okay, it leaves them with their energy, with their frequency, whatever they are trying to convey with you. And it also leaves them, puzzled in their own little labyrinth. So leave them with their energy, okay? And so as you move forward here in life, you will find that it's about self-preservation. And one of the ways, to maintain your health, which is your wealth, is to, learn to walk away from infantile behavior. It's very important, You will have to make the decision, to take action towards having more peace in your life as you move forward. Okay, if you want to be here to experience life, to enjoy life and manifest and create your desires and experience all the beauty and bliss that life has to offer, well, you have to make the right choices and decisions. Okay, it's not about what people think of you, it's about you having your freedom. It's about you keeping yourself out of trouble. It's about you not having to have a record, catch a case, pay restitution, be on probation. I can keep going on and on. Okay? So you want to be mindful. You can speak up for yourself. You can defend yourself, but there's many ways you can do that without getting in situations that you could regret. Okay? And so you want to make sure with the Six of Pentacles here that you are giving yourself, the best opportunity and chances while you are here on planet Earth. You are here to learn and move forward. You are here to learn from different situations and circumstances and allow them to assist you in your growth and development. So as you move forward, you should be less likely to allow every little thing to offend you, every little thing to get you riled up. Because from time to time, some people, do allow different entities to I would say attach to them and may try to trigger you. People do things to try to provoke you, to create confrontation. I mean, from rolling eyes, bumping shoulders, or saying something loud so you can hear, all kind of foolishness. A person might slam the door just to get a reaction out of you. It could be a lot of things. Walk loud, talk loud, but you have to tune the foolishness out. This reading is for somebody Pacific. It's time to stop looking at going from 0 to 100 as something to be impressive, and understand and understand that it's something that will destruct you over time. Okay. You want to avoid getting into any situation that may, assist you in not maintaining your Six of Swords, which is more peace in a calmer situation. And so the goal is for you to maintain this peace and also take action moving forward. As you continue to have your solar returns, moving forward, as you have your birthdays, towards more peace in your life. The goal is to make it lighter, as you move forward, collective, not to make things more stressful, more strenuous, in my opinion, whether it's financially, spiritually, or emotionally. Life is different. We all have different things to work on, to each his own, but the goal is to make your life lighter. You want to lighten the load. You don't want to create things to make things stressful or exhausting or very burdensome. It would not make sense to inflict havoc onto yourself. So be mindful. And also, I'm being told, 1 second, collective. I have to figure out how to say this to you. Also, I'm being told that there is somebody who needs to be very careful about, I'm hearing belligerent, someone who likes to get into screaming and cussing matches out loud, going into public settings and having catastrophic events. Spirit is saying, or your spirit group is saying, be careful, because you could go and turn up in public and someone could possibly film you. That's for somebody. There are cameras everywhere, okay? From Ring doorbell cameras to cameras indoors, outdoors, and everywhere. There are cameras everywhere, even on our cell phones. There is someone who likes to turn up in public, and they're known for this. Excuse me. And your family and friends know this about you as well, that when you hang out with them, if something goes wrong, you are that person who will speak your mind. There is nothing wrong with that. But you have a habit of turning up your energy to where it can create some kind of possible confrontation. I'm also picking up you have went into some kind of store or gas station and walked out and slightly, they're saying slightly vandalized some kind of area. If it wasn't a store or gas station, it was some kind of place of business. It could have been a salon, a store. The message is for you to be careful. Someone could film you and you could, and someone may try to prosecute you or press charges on you for your actions. Okay. So that's for somebody Pacific. I was trying to figure out how to get it to you. Okay. So be careful with that. So it's a good idea to walk away from conflict collective. Okay. You can voice your opinion and communicate. You can speak up for yourself. Say what you mean. Say it once. Let it go. When you are communicating about something you disagree with, and you have to constantly repeat yourself, that means the person you're talking to is not listening to you. That means the communication is not effective. Okay, and that means that this person has already made up their mind not to listen to you and not to agree with you. So that means there has to be some kind of mediator in a situation like that, whether this is at work, in public, anywhere, a place of business, at your children's school, anywhere. Okay, so be mindful of that. If you feel you are unsatisfied with a person's service, maybe you went to a restaurant, you didn't like the food, excuse me. But either way, when you feel you have to constantly repeat yourself, that's because the other party you're speaking to, collective, they're telling me to repeat this to you because you're likely to stand there and keep chatting with this person, and then it escalates. This person has made their mind up that they're not going to agree with you. So you might as well cease the conversation, because there is a mediator that is required or necessary for a resolution to take place. That's why a wise one knows to walk away from conflict, because there are going to be some instances in your life where people are not going to agree with you. You're not for everybody, and everybody is not for you. And it's supposed to be that way because we are different people. So that sounds like the situation. Somebody's ancestors want me to warn them. You have a habit of standing there and going back and forth, having, I call it ping pong conversations. You know, when you're playing ping pong, the ball go back and forth. You have to stop arguing with people. Once you recognize that your voice is escalating, they're yelling, it's not a conversation. And they have made it up in their mind they're not going to agree with you. So from that point, it's not going to go nowhere but up, and it can turn into something you can regret. They're telling me to warn you again. So if this isn't your energy, collective, this is someone that you may know who likes to turn up a lot. This is someone that you may know, and it's time for them to take a rest if they know what's best, because it's time for them to change that habit about them, and they can ignore it or disregard it, but there is a repercussion. You know, we have free will, but there is a repercussion. And the four swords is rest. And I just delivered the message. You want to be careful, because you could go somewhere and turn up and someone could film you. There's cameras everywhere in the age that we live in. And it could possibly lead to someone prosecuting you. Okay, pressing charges on you over you creating a scene, maybe vandalizing some kind of place of business, or someone accusing you of something, or things escalating to where you may end up putting your hands on someone, or someone may put their hands on you and you're forced to defend yourself. They're saying don't be foolish and get yourself into a situation that when you're sitting down, having to take a rest because you couldn't control your temperament, you'll be regretting it. And you'll be saying, I should have walked away. I should have really walked away from that. If I just would have walked away, I wouldn't be in this situation. Okay? And if you are someone, some people, they can consume alcoholic beverages and different vices, and they know how to chill. There are some people who consume and it takes over them. Vices are alternating spiritual and mental substances. Okay? But if you're someone that doesn't know how to hold your water, you need to maybe work on not partaking. If you're someone that turns up, you need to limit yourself on how many, or maybe you just not need to indulge at all. Okay, so to each his own. You have free will, but I'm also picking up Someone's personality or their tone or their voice, it changes the more they drink or the more they smoke or whatever you do. Whether you pop a Skittle or whatever it is, a non-later, whatever it is, what I'm talking about. It takes over you and it gets you out of control, but it's going to lead you down a path that you're going to regret. A situation where you will be taking a rest and sitting still long enough. Yeah. Okay. So, there's other things for you to do, and Spirit wants you to be wise and know that there are other things to give your attention to in life, and that it's time to have that transformation of letting go that toxic behavior of wanting to be confrontational, that pull up energy. Let's go over there. Let's go over there and jump them. Let's go over there and bust their windows. Let's go over there and vandalize it. It's time to let that go. It's time to surrender that energy. Okay, it's time to surrender it. It's going to get you into a situation. They're having me repeat this over and over again. And so that means that this message is urgent and someone could have on their mind while listening to this read, or if this is not you, collective, this is somebody that you know close to you. They plan on doing something that's going to lead them on the wrong path here. Okay, because they're having me repeat it, and that's what that means. You know, they could be wanting to turn up from on someone from their past. With the Six of Cups here, this could be an ex-lover, someone they used to date. Then maybe they're no longer seeing this person. Maybe they want to get even with them. Okay, this could be a long time ago past or most recent past, collective. But if you know who this is, maybe you can encourage them. Watch this read or don't do it. Okay, don't do it. It's something about somebody's going to get someone on camera, and I'm actually seeing somebody film somebody. This could be from a cell phone. This could be from a Ring camera. This could be a camera inside of a store, a shop, some kind of place of business. And you're going to be so busy turning up and arguing with this person. They may be triggered to put their hands on you, and you're going to respond. Okay. And then from there, you don't know which way it can go. I'm seeing a person film somebody, though, and then calling the authorities. And then, like, I got it on tape. I got him on tape. And then you going in handcuffs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your spirit team is saying, let's avoid you breaking your own heart. Let's avoid you breaking your own heart. Let's work on that. Let's do what we can. If you know you don't get along with somebody, don't go around them. You know, don't communicate with them. Stay away from them. Don't poke the bear. Don't try to provoke situations. Okay, if you're someone who gets a kick out of that, maybe you like chaotic energy. Well, they're saying it's time to transform that and let that go. And whatever it is that has you in that energy, it's time to address that. Okay. Maybe you have some kind of pain or an old wound from your childhood that's making you feel some type of way. Maybe there's something that has been done to you that has weighed on your self-esteem, whether you are a male or a female, because you can be a guy that's in this energy that feel you want to, I don't know, create your own Tubi movie and, create some kind of violent act towards people. This is something you like doing. And it's just going to lead you down the wrong path because life, it is a movie, but the the repercussions. Life is a movie, metaphorically speaking, but the repercussions are serious and real. And so your spirit team does not want you experiencing that. They want you to be mindful of people also you gather with. This could be someone who you gather with the Three of Cups, who likes to turn up, whether they're someone who partake in different vices, different, whether they drink or whatever their habits are. This could be someone, collective, whom you gather with or you hang out with, okay, as well, okay? So you could have Taurus placement in your chart here. Um, with this queen energy here, male or female. You could have Taurus placement in your chart, okay? Sun, moon, or rising, or any placement. The Queen of Pentacles, okay? And so there's a lot of material wealth that is awaiting you, but there's a need for you to accept the transformation with the Scorpio placement here, Sun, moon, or rising, or any placement in your chart as well, okay? There's a need for you to transform your perception of life and how you handle different situations when you become upset. Not allowing people to take you there. And if someone does, you have to walk away, male or female, okay? And just because you are a license carried holder does not mean that it's for you to use. That's for somebody. Somebody may be licensed and carried of, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. There are people who are strapping themselves for the wrong reasons. Spirit is saying this is not a to-be movie, okay? This is the message, y'all. This is not a to-be movie. This is serious. This is your real life. Wow, this whole reading is about turning up. Wow. With the High Priestess, you are smarter than that. You are wiser than that. Whether you have papers or not, it does not give you the right. It does not give you the right. It's time for you to shift your perception and work on being more peaceful and stop allowing yourself to be around people and places and things that do not intrigue peace in your life. It's about you gathering with the right people to intrigue the peace. You are an adult. You have free will of who you allow into your life, places you go. You have free will to learn how to master your mind and not allow people to take you there. You are in full control. The choice is yours, they're saying. Yeah, there could be someone waiting to try to trigger you on purpose. Be careful, collective, because I see it playing out. And somebody may see this read and take it as nothing. I don't know who it's for. This is not negative projection, but somebody is waiting to trigger you with the Three of Wands. They're standing waiting. Like, yeah, when I see him again, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to call the police on them. That kind of energy. And they're waiting to get you on camera. Maybe this person feel like you shine too much with the star energy. They feel like you shine too much. They could be jealous or envious of the attention you get, male or female. You could be a guy, very handsome, get a lot of attention. You could be a woman, very beautiful. People love your personality, okay? Now I'm getting a hairdresser or a barber. You could be a hairdresser or a barber. This could be one of your clients. Oh boy, I'm getting all kind of energy. Be careful. That's for somebody. Take what resonates. Do not force this reading to fit. If this is not for you and you know somebody that likes to turn up, maybe you need to share this reading with them or encourage them to chill out. Because it's coming through strong. Usually I get it's like your spirit team wants you to know, hey, sit down, like sit down, don't do it. Because this time, it's not going to be like what you usually expect. You're not going to be able to punch somebody in the face and get in your car and drive off. Okay, you'll be in the car, but not yours. Okay, they're trying to keep the bracelets off of you. They want you to focus more on loving yourself so that it can reflect and you can attract the right energy and the right people to you. Okay, so there could be somebody who envies the attention that you get, who wants to try to trigger you. That's for somebody, not everyone. So either you're the person that turns up or either someone is waiting to trigger you. Basically, whatever part of the story is yours, it's best to walk away. Walk away from conflict. It's best to walk away. Who cares what somebody is saying? Who cares? As long as they're not touching you, walk away. You don't have to stand there and listen. Let them talk to themselves. And if you got any bone carriers around you, tell them you don't want to hear it. Because folks will do that. Ooh, they said so and so about you. We are not kids. We are not kids. No. Maintain your balance and your peace and your freedom. Ooh, we keep coming up. Somebody wants to see you collective in a destitute situation. That's what this is. And that's why they're waiting with the Three of Wands to provoke you. Someone could be plotting to make you mad on purpose. Hopefully, if someone tries to trigger you, doesn't matter who you are, I'm not getting a date or a time, that you choose to walk away and remember, oh, they just trying to get on my bad. They just trying to get me in a situation. Let me ignore them. Let me remove myself. Okay? Yeah, someone could be gathering with other people. This is teamwork, cooperation. Someone could envy. If you are someone who works in a salon, well, I keep seeing a salon, and there's a fight breaking out in a salon or a barber shop. Maybe you are someone who gets a lot of clients. You do good work. Maybe you're bragged on. And they don't like the star power. They don't like at the cover up her tatas. They don't like the star power that you hold. Okay. Maybe you're not aware of how good your work is. Maybe you just started at the salon. You could be the owner or you could be renting a booth. You could just work there. Maybe they don't like the way you show up in your outfit and your apron. Okay. People like you. Maybe people are asking about you even on your off days. Where's the collective? They coming in today? I love when he here. I love when she here. That kind of energy. But you don't know this, which is nice. I know it's good when you have a place of business and the customers are satisfied. So it's like you're an asset to this shop or this business, and they should be keeping you there, not trying to run you away. But this could be other people who works there. Okay. Ooh, cha. Ooh. Mm. Maybe you're very creative as well. You think of a lot of new ideas. If you're not someone who works in a hair salon, this could just be in the workplace. Maybe you have a job where you have to use your creative abilities. You could be someone who comes up with those fantastic ideas all the time. Okay, and you're admired for this. People love this about you. Someone could be concerned possibly with you receiving a promotion, okay? Or they think that you're going to take their spot. You know how a new person on any job, doesn't matter what kind of work it is, the current employees of any work establishment, sometimes, not all the time, they just simply do not embrace the rookie, of the company or the job. They try to like be cruel or mean to run that person away. I'm picking up they feel you're going to take their spot. Okay, this is not true. This is just how they feel, collective. Okay. Yeah, they feel like you're coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, to take their spot because you're creating expansion. So, like I said, you're someone who's getting a lot of clients. That's why that star energy is here. People are asking about you and saying wonderful things about you. If you're not in a salon, this could just be on any kind of work, whatever your work profession is. People like your personality. They like working with you, and there's someone who is aggravated, and they're gathering with other people, with other haters, to try to create some kind of strife. Maybe to get you terminated or to get you in some kind of unpleasant situation. But this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.